Stonewall. Very good.
Oh, you're saying Stonewall because I didn't say anything for a moment?
And
so you experienced my silence as a combination of indifference and rejection.
Yeah. I don't have any sense that you have any appreciation for what I'm talking about. I don't have any sense of that.
Well,
I really don't want you to talk,
But just notice what's going on right now, because you experience me as not being interested in what you're saying at the moment when you're telling me the same thing. You see in me what seems to be going on in you. Can you see that?
Yeah, I know that. That's the problem, and that's why I'm so fucked up.
Well,
yeah, I know that.
You added that last statement about being fucked up as though I'm being critical of you here.
No, you're not. I am.
Well, and because you are, I think you tend to attribute to me the same attitude toward you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, in fact, you interrupted just at the point when I was going to say that I can see you're seriously concerned about getting a job.
Who cares what you were going to say?
Well, again, the question comes up about who seems not interested.
It really doesn't matter what you say. I think at this stage, it is almost more important for me to say something about what's going on with me. Whether you listen or not, whether you respond with your little typical responses.
Let me tell you that if you talk and you have the feeling that I either don't listen or that I attack you, that's a very painful experience. So it's worthwhile to examine whether this is the situation or not. In other words, I'm either being silent or I'm outright attacking you. Both are attacks. If I'm silent, I don't give a damn. If I talk, I'm attacking you.
Well, you really don't have much to offer, When I talk about my struggles, you don't.
Well, sounds like now you're saying I'm the one who's fucked up.
No.
Well, the same way you described yourself a few minutes ago.
Look, you want me to appreciate everything that you have to offer and say, and I can't. I won't. If I don't appreciate every word and every idea that you say, then something's wrong with Carolyn, not Dr. Hamilton. Dr. Hamilton's perfect, Even though he does admit he misses things from time to time, only after Carolyn has shown him numerous times, has taken 15 minutes of my session to show you how to help me because you miss things. So we have to analyze Carolyn, always. There is no way to have regular communication in here.
I think it's interesting to notice that if I miss something at times, then I'm no good ever. I think that this kind of put down of me is something that you also see in my way of addressing you, as if whenever I point something out that might be a problem, you experience it as though I'm telling you you're fucked up and that I'm cutting you out totally. It's as if there's one part of you operating either within you or that you see operating in me that's so perfectionistic and demanding that it can only either be total perfection or total devaluing.
Yes, that is quite interesting, Dr. Edward Hamilton. You're absolutely correct. You're right on the ball. Very good analysis. I come from a perfectionistic family. My father died because he was a perfectionist. Perfectionism is familiar to me. I have miserable days because of perfectionism. Oh, how sad. Now, let's see, can I be a little gracious and say, thank you, Dr. Hamilton. You're right. I do see you that way. If you mess up once, then you mess up all the time. God, can you humble me to ask you forgiveness, to apologize to Dr. Hamilton, to say that's something that I was born with or that I learned? Can you change it, Dr. Hamilton? Can you change me?
Well, I think you started out there by making fun of me, hiding the fact that you were actually acknowledging part of what I was saying.
But I did acknowledge it.
Well, I understand that, but you had to put it first into a mockery because you didn't quite dare to tell me directly that I might have a point.
You do.
Well, that's a change.
I feel very humiliated.
There you are getting ironic again.
You are fucking full of shit!
Did I miss something?
You fucking asshole! You can't tell?
Well,
Oh, you fucking can't tell. Oh, why the hell do I stay here? You can't tell.
okay, I understand that. But wait, in other words...
You fucking can't tell.
Now wait a moment.
No.
Well, just wait a moment. I missed something at the beginning. I thought that you were getting ironic again.
Why do you... Are you like me because I do it once, then I do it all the time?
Well, that's kind of a good point to think about. That's an illustration. Oh. Well,
I'm not doing this. I'm not.
look, you're absolutely right. I missed something, and, you know, we could talk
I don't
about...
care. I don't have to be subjected to this.
But the interesting thing is that's what we were talking about. That's the same thing we were talking about that happened just now because I missed a few seconds.
A few seconds. How about 6 months?
Well,
Oh, yes, you miss things a lot.
I just get back to my point because I missed a few seconds of your attitude, and I did because I didn't realize you were talking to me seriously while I thought you were going back to being ironic. You flew into this rage.
Yeah, you know why?
Well, I think you felt betrayed by me.
Yes.
Well, I can see that.
It was a betrayal. My whole chest hurts. I told you I felt humiliated. You said, oh, you're being ironic. Well, you fucking son of a bitch are the one who told me for 6 months, I think you feel humiliated when I'm right. And so I had the guts, the courage to somehow admit that you're right, and then what do? You throw it in my face.
Well, you're absolutely right.
I
on
just
that.
don't want to go through this with you anymore.
Well, let's look at this now. As you're talking, I see there's something else that you said that I missed. I missed two things. I missed that you were seriously talking to me, and I also missed your awareness that you had to be ironic because it was humiliating to think that I was right in a point. Now, I hadn't thought of that, but you couldn't be more correct, you know.
I'm so much further ahead of you with myself than you could possibly imagine. Only God in heaven could help you understand where I am right now.
Well,
You don't know where I am.
I think this time we could
I'm not going to do anymore.
I think at this point we could understand a little bit more.
Well, I can't. I can't.
Well, wait a moment. Why are you now unhappy under the condition when I'm acknowledging that I missed your expression, and on top of that, I missed an interpretation you had of why you had to be ironic, which is very important. Now you've learned something, and I'm saying something that means an acknowledgement of you, and I think that could be a positive experience, but for some reason, you're experiencing that as painful. I think at this time, when you experience me as a decent human being, you're suffering. Something in you doesn't permit you to experience me as a decent human being.
It doesn't permit me to experience myself